Hello, this is Dr. Peter Swanz with Vital Force Naturopathy. I'm here with you again today. Today we're going to talk about truly healthy fast food. This is something that you can do at home. It isn't something that you have to go out and buy at the stores. You know, the convenience stuff in the stores, the convenience stuff in the drive-thrus are really not convenient for our body and our health. So this is something that we can do at home. This is what I do for myself, and it's a really simple way to drink your vegetables. What we're going to do is we're going to make a smoothie. And I know people are probably used to smoothies or have heard this term. Unfortunately, what most people consume when they're buying a smoothie or making them at home is something that's loaded with sugars, loaded with fruits, loaded with juices. And for balancing blood sugar, for keeping insulin levels stable, and for true sustained energy throughout the day, it's not a good meal replacement. It's not a good snack. We really want to focus on lower glycemic, yet still very tasty, and try to get more of our vegetables in. The simplest way to do that is to have some frozen veggies already at home. Fresh are ideal, but what happens a lot of times, and what I tell patients, is when they get fresh stuff and they don't use it or other things come up, it'll spoil and then they end up throwing it out. And it's a really easy way to be discouraged and not follow through with something when you're getting distracted or you're throwing money out the window. So frozen veggies are typically picked fresh, picked vine ripened, are really nutrient dense, and are just under fresh vegetables as far as their nutrient benefit for us. So one thing that I like to do is get some frozen veggies, have them already measured out into a cup, so it's real easy. You can pull them right out of the freezer. I've got some broccoli. I've also got some frozen spinach down in here. I have half of a banana that I put in myself to freeze, and then some frozen unsweetened strawberries. Be really careful when you're getting fruits that are frozen because they add a lot of sugar and they'll be in syrups or added juices. You don't need that. Fruits are sweet enough. Just get the plain ones. I've also got a couple stalks of celery, right? So we'll drop those in there. A carrot, a whole carrot. We can break it in half if we want. We don't need to. This is a Vitamix. It will absolutely destroy everything else we have that we throw in there. I'm going to dump these in. Right, here goes the banana, the greens, strawberries. Right? So this is a smoothie. It's got spinach. It's got broccoli in it. Incredible, right? Super good for us. Drop this in the sink. One other area where people tend to, kind of go astray or lean towards really high glycemic, sugary-based foods are the liquids they use. They'll use fruit juices, or they'll use something like a sweetened soy milk. Soy milk is one of my least favorite non-dairy beverages. Soy is not a tasty, sweet substance on its own. They add tons and tons of sugar or tons and tons of artificial sweeteners to make it palatable. I like almond milk. Here's a simple, the Blue Diamond. Unsweetened is really important. Original, you can get vanilla. They also make a chocolate. Almonds are naturally sweet. They have a natural sweetness to them. So that's my first choice. Rice milk can also be unsweetened. It tends to be much higher in sugar. You could also do hemp seed milk. But I'll do some original unsweetened almond milk. Give it a little shake. Pour a little bit in here. Now we're not going to need a ton, and we'll probably add some water as well. Just a little bit of almond milk to give it some creaminess, some low carb stuff. Put this back in the fridge. Now one thing that I will do, I'm going to add a little bit of water. I like to add some extra protein powder to my smoothies. Because I really want to stress how important protein is to keep our blood sugar stable, to keep our energies high, and to keep insulin levels stable. Insulin is pro-inflammatory in our body. It's always causing more inflammation and causing our body to store things as fat. So we want to keep insulin levels stable. Protein is crucial to doing that. I have here, this is some pure whey protein. Whey is dairy-based. This works really well for me. Some people have problems with dairy products, and so they wouldn't use the whey. I do really well with whey, so this is what I use. So I'll put a nice big scoop of this in here to add a little extra protein powder. Occasionally when I'm adding powders, I like to add them throughout as we're already mixing. That way, when we're blending it up, the powders don't get stuck to the side. Not such a big deal. We can scrape it off the side. I also will typically add one other stuff. This is a product that I really like. It's a chocolate protein powder that's vegetable-based protein. It's pea, cranberry, and rice protein. It's a lower carb. It is sweetened, so it still does have some added sugar, but it's a lot lower than most of the products that are out there. This is a really great alternative protein powder for people that don't want to do whey, don't want to do soy. That's a vegetable, vegan-based protein, and this is extremely tasty. So I'm adding this primarily because of some of the some of the nutrients, the protein, and just the chocolate flavor. I like the chocolate. I think chocolate and greens is a really great combination. So what we're going to do now, we always put the lid on, right? This could be a mess. This might be loud. We'll see how fast it goes. The Vitamix has got a big engine, so it'll stir all this up. So you might want to hold your ears for a second, and let's see if we can't make this into a delicious drink. Perfect. The beauty of using the frozen vegetables is you don't have to add ice to get that really nice frosty frozen drink. You still can if you like it. It smells great. A little more frozen than that, but I typically don't add ice to mine. It's nice and thick, but those vegetables, all of the fiber, all of the proteins, all of the phytonutrients are still in this drink. This is the big reason why I like smoothies even more than I like juicing. When we juice, we pull out the fiber and we concentrate all the sugar. Juicing's not bad, but it tends to be a much more higher glycemic, way to get some of the nutrients from fruits and vegetables. We don't want to discount the fiber in there. So when we use something like a Vitamix or a Blendtec, we're going to get a much, we're going to have a lot of that fiber, all the fiber actually, still going to be included in the beverage. It's going to be really beneficial for us. So that's a really simple way that we can make a delicious drink at home. I highly recommend it. It's fast food. It's simple, beneficial, and a great thing to do at home. And share with kids. It's a way to sneak some vegetables in for your kids, and that's always a plus. So this is Dr. Peter Swanz. Here's to your health. Enjoy a delicious vegetable-based smoothie. Thank you.